Hey guys, Kevpert here. Now, we're gonna get some threes games in, and while we do that, I'll let you know about some exciting news regarding this channel. So, I'm taking my first steps to transition out of my current job and pursue content creation full time. It's something that's been on my mind for years, and I've neglected this YouTube channel as my career has taken priority, but as of right now, there's like 60,000 subscribers, and it was always there in the back of my mind that I could get back to that. It's always something I want to pursue, but now that I've built up some savings, I feel like I can take that risk now and actually focus on it full time, not, half-half, which didn't really work for me in the past. That I tried to make a few comebacks. So why don't we get into some threes? I'll do some analysis of my gameplay. I recorded this ahead of time. First thing to know, these are my camera settings. They look completely different. I've been running this for about 2 or 3 years. And they just help with vision at a great cost to mechanics, and I think my mechanics haven't really kept up in the last few years, so I still hit SSL every season, but it's something I want to get a little better at. So I will actually have like a training plan set up for myself, and I can share that with you guys and show you how I build up my mechanics. Here, just kind of reading the defense. I see that he backed off on my clear. And then so I just dribble, and I want to go attack the net as much as possible, be as direct as possible. Reading defense a lot easier to do with my camera settings. Now this stick action I do, whenever you press, I think it's a mistake a lot of players make. You press the ball without looking at your teammate, because you have to lose it to someone. So looking at your teammate is priority in those situations. You're just coming in, make sure I'm covering the opponent. He's the only guy that can shoot. Could have pulled the trigger, but I was able to get there in time. So I'm just kind of looking at the right, looking at my teammate here. No need for me to get really close. Maybe just throw a blind pass in there. Couldn't really see if he was there, so it's a little bit of a gamble. Okay, want to look for my teammate. He's on my left. Okay. Didn't feel like it was worth challenging. My teammates were moving back. Okay. I want to know who's on my right here, where he is. Okay. This seems kind of controlled situation, so I'm going to take it really slow. When the ball's in the corner like that and there's no speed or anything, you have to think in terms of the chance that they can create. There's a 0 probability chance they can score. There's no speed on the ball, whatever, right? It had to pinch in somehow. As long as you don't 50, they can't score. So when that happens, you can put your attention elsewhere. So the corners are like probably the best place for the ball to be in when we're defending. Obviously it's a challenge. Now that's a free ball. As soon as I read that he's a free ball, I'm going for the bump here from the blind side where he can't see me. Very, very difficult for them to defend as they're kind of pinned. Looking for it again. Get one there. Blindside demos being something that's becoming really important. As I'm saying that, I'm looking behind me because I don't want to get blindside demoed there as someone extends beyond the play. Okay. So I'm reading defense, right? I cut in, power slide cut, hashtag flakes, and then just lose it there, and we get the goal. So I saw that second guy, right? The first guy, he's flying, so it's easy to beat. The second guy's sideways, right? So I don't want to power the 50. I just want to lose it to someone that's behind me. I saw the third guy's back as well, so there should be someone behind me. It's a little bit of logic that I'm using there. Obviously, I didn't look behind, so I couldn't know. But it's a good guess. See the guy landing on the right. There's a little action on the right where they kind of bump, so I'm not going to be aggressive here. Looking for my teammates. Looking the wrong way with rear cam is something I'm trying to master. Rear cam and looking around. It's kind of hard to do because it's backwards. It's inverted swivel. Anyway, I want to move from the left to the right because there's a guy on my right. I want to cover the pass that way. He ends up just taking it to me, so just take the 50. Okay. Do not want to 50 this, because the pressure is going to come from the right side of the field. There's 2 guys there, so I switch the play. I think when you're trying to play purposefully, right, you have to make sure you're not playing into what the opponents want, right? So switching the field is huge in reducing pressure. I think a lot of players get in their minds that they need to solve things mechanically. So there's 3 players on one side, and then they go towards the 3 players instead of looking for the easy out, which is going the other way. Nice little shot from my teammate there. It's a good shot. Don't think I could have shot it as well as him. Ooh, missed the boost. Okay, I want to know where my teammate is there, so I don't double commit in the future. Okay, just tracking the ball's the third man. Need to be careful here. Still last. So I see like a free high pop I can do. It relieves some pressure, then I'm good. This guy seems to be bumping, the guy in the hot shot, so just make sure I look out for him. Whenever he's behind me, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm a little stuck here, so I need to look around a lot. Okay, just saw a free kill there, but this is dangerous immediately. As soon as he takes to the corner, it's not dangerous. You know, he's killed all the angle to net. This is a little more dangerous, not anymore. I'm gonna jump on the wall just to make sure he can't get on the back wall. Get a free clear. Look around as I'm landing. I know someone's on the inside here, so he's giving that ball up. It could be infield there. Opponent's backed off. This should be my teammates. So I looked. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication. I was trying to leave it for him. He looked like he was going towards the ball, as you can see here. When I looked, right? I was a little slow there. I could have taken it had I known, but you know, it's ranked. There's no communication. So I see all 5 players, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. Don't need to dive. This is not going towards the net. It's going wide. So I can just take up good defensive positions. Okay, make sure this goes wide. And we just kind of bunker down to get the win. So I do want to mention my playstyle with these camera settings. Obviously, it's not a huge focus on being mechanical. It's more on being smart. I really loved Flake's 1v1 series. Don't know if you guys have seen it. Probably a few of you have. It's very famous. His Road to SSL Without Mechanics. I took a lot of inspiration from that a year or 2 ago, and I watched a lot of Flakes back then. And I kind of developed my own play style around low level mechanics, trying to play smart. So I think what I'm doing here is going to resonate with you guys. Now, it's not just strictly dribbling or taking no risks. You know, I do take a lot of risks with my rotation, but it's more based on vision and reading the play. And I'll be able to impart that kind of knowledge and experience onto you guys so you can play, you know, at a higher level. So yeah, I'm just taking up a wide position there so I can come in from the side and have momentum. And if it's a good outcome, I can turn to the right. Bad outcome, turn to the left. This was a little weird. I thought my teammate was going to take over here. He just drives past the ball. I was hoping for a challenge there. I was a little unprepared for that, so I didn't build up any speed. Couldn't power through the 50. Okay, the second man is the guy who can score. No one can score here, so I'm feeling relaxed. Always look for the opponent when the ball's wide. The opponent that's usually in the second man on the inside, he's usually the scorer. I mean, I'll take this own goal. Yeah, I don't usually score too much. I'm more of a bottom of the leaderboard kind of guy. So again, I'm going to curve my approach. This is going very wide, so I'm just looking around. Who's the opponent that I need to track? As the ball goes more central, it becomes more of my focus, and then I attack the ball. Again, there's no reason why I need to be back here. You know, I don't need to just wait the back post, so I come back, defend like this. I call that pinning, right? Pinning is when there's a threat on the net, and so you have to defend the net, basically. You have to be an honest defender, and if not, then you're free to move up. You're free to be, you know, chasing demos, looking for redirects, getting more boost, etc. That's a huge part of being able to attack in this game, is knowing when it's safe. So this looks potentially dangerous. I'm looking for this guy. I'm trying to come from the blind spot. So I'm changing my angle there to really come from behind him, right, where I'm not visible. Okay, very silly challenge for my opponent there. So my first touch was pretty poor. I was going wide of the net, so it's actually impossible for me to score. When he 50s, that challenge increases the chance of scoring from 0 to like 50%. It's a terrible challenge from him. He doesn't have touchable. It's as easy as that for defending that situation. Just need to get a block. This could be potentially dangerous, so I look for the opponents. Okay, look to just chase them away. Now these demos are extremely visible, so I don't anticipate being able to actually bump them. I get one, which is interesting, but it's not something I bank on. You're just seeing like that there's 2, and I just want to delay, wait for my teammates to get back. Ooh, a little awkward here. Extend. Now I can look for some demos from the blind side. And if I miss, it's just the rotation. This looks like the opponent's ball. I'm going to try to pop this high. He's pre-jumping, so I read that. Okay. There is potential for a pass mid. I think I should have hit it, you know, looking at it back. Because my opponents were frozen at net. You know, they're kind of respecting like the shot that I could have. Going to the corner wasn't very threatening. It was safe though. Okay, looking for this angle here. Okay, they can obviously see me. Get him from the blind side. Okay, just make sure I get behind this. That spilled poorly. Okay, I think this boost should spawn. There we go. Ooh, that got awkward. Was too focused on my recoveries and stuff, so I need to move my attention a little quicker there. Okay, there's one guy around here, so I think I heard him move to the left. I didn't get my eyes on him. You have to be a little wary, especially if you're a guy that's chasing demos like me. People can get a little mad, and they'll do those blindside demos back to you. It's a bit scary, so I always try to be always alert to the possibility that they can demo. Okay, that's very safe, very slow attack, so I can just go grab some boosts, go to the back of the rotation. Send this behind the opponent, not to the wall where he's waiting. Look for my teammate. And we're going to press. And try to work this back to my teammate there. Had to guess where he was. Didn't have a good look. Alright, this looks rather safe, so I'm going to come from the weak side, look for a bump. Got a kill. That's safe, just switch it to my teammate. He backs off. I'm going to go. Okay, I'm just going to wait here. I'm going to lurk and see what happens. Okay, there's a bump right there. Good chance. That should be a goal. And there we go. So I think too urgent for a lot of people. A lot of people are too urgent in trying to leave and getting to the back of the rotation. Whereas, you know, I like to take that breath and actually read the situation. I saw that my teammate had free possession, so I can make that movement from the blind side. So it's a very efficient rotation. Picking up a lot of pads here. This is something I actually practiced. I just made a little custom training pack, and you know, in ball cam, trying to pick up pads without looking, so useful. It's something I spent 2 weeks doing for 20 minutes a day. It was a very unsexy training, but extremely impactful. 2-goal lead, so it doesn't really matter that they got the shot. Okay. So, well, let's do one more game. So we'll do 3 games per episode in this 3 series. So last season, season 9, that was actually, you know, I was able to get Supersonic Legend. I got about 1920 MMR, I think was my highest. I finished around 1900 in 3s. 1875 is SSL, Supersonic Legend. And I was able to get it, but I was only able to get it in the last week. And it was extremely difficult. I think, you know, either the player base is shrinking a little bit in 3s, because when I was looking at Rocket League Tracker, I was about ranked 1200 in 3s, which is a bit surprising for just 1900 MMR. Usually it gets into the 2000s and whatnot. So the seasons are getting a little shorter. They're getting a lot harder to get SSL. Since I'm going full time, I'm going to be investing a lot of time into mechanics, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. And I think that'd be of interest for a lot of maybe some of you older folks, or some of you newer folks to the game, or even the more experienced ones. Show you my method and show you how I train. I have also over the years made about 2,000 shots in custom training. You know, I have a few packs on YouTube. I think it's about 5, right? Over the years, well, I've made about 50. and they're all about 50, you know, at least 30 shots, mostly at 50 shots. So they need to be cleaned up a little bit, but you know, that's content that will be coming out in the future, helping you guys improve mechanically as well. And I need to improve mechanically too, so you know, I don't feel particularly sharp. Specifically my dodge control, my air dribbles and stuff, they used to be a lot better when I was practicing them more. Haven't really put time into mechanics since October, and it's now March, so it kind of shows that I've fallen off a little bit there. But hopefully in this series we're able to get the SSL. That's certainly the goal. We'll do a lot of solo queuing. Sometimes I'll be playing with some teammates that I coach, so should be fun. You know, 3s is my bread and butter. 2s and 1s, not so good at anymore. 2s I can play, but 1s is not super enjoyable for me. But you know, if there's a lot of requests for it, I can always grind and try to get better and show you how I try to improve at it at least. Okay, so I'm doing all this, you know, bad recovery. I need to look behind me and make sure I'm not a target to get demoed there. So I'm just going to swing a little wide. I see the second man. That's the only guy that can score, right? The guy that's on our back wall, he cannot score. So, you know, I sacrifice myself there. Was going for the demo, but just got killed. Okay. I'm being a little cheeky here. You know, I thought I could pop it over him. Really silly mistake. Glad we didn't get punished there. Okay, and then I'm able to just knock that one in. Looked like a mistouch from the opponent. I think he's going for a pass or something, and yeah, it just hit his wheels. So I'll take that. Try to lose his back, great. So that's a bad kickoff outcome, right? And need to come back here. He actually threw a really good switch, and I was able to pass to a teammate. So I'm just optimizing my angle there, going a little wider and a little faster so I can shut the angle down at the right time. You never want to get too far inside, because that's when they can cut you, cut the ball behind you, right? Power slide cut, as Flakes does also well. So this guy on the left, I saw him. Okay, I see him again. So I know it's my ball. Just having a look back. This is all safe, so there's nothing happening. So I can extend, look for a quick demo, and then come back. Still on time. Okay, really dangerous here. I knew my opponent was there, and he was lurking. So I just have to pray in those situations. Get my opponent, who can play. So I actually got the boost steal. That, kind of face-up demo there is going to be very visible. It has a very low % chance of hitting. But for a split moment, it freezes them, and they have to think about how to avoid you. So because you know that you're visible, you can play some mind games with them. So I go past them, and then I go again for him, right? So the guy on my left here, he can see me. I expect him to avoid. He actually doesn't. I don't need to be back. It's not my responsibility to save that. There's already 2 back, so I would just be stacking the net. And any save that I make, or play that I make just waiting in the net, is just going to give up free rebounds. So it's better to be proactive when you're defending. I'll take this. Couple own goals today. Just certainly helps winning. Whoops. Not sure what. If he had that many options coming back like that, there was a blue player right next to him. Looked a little silly though. Okay, I just need my eyes on my teammate here. Kind of not seeing him, so poor awareness. Didn't know if I could lose it back to him, or so I didn't even try. Gotta look left here. I see my opponent. If I can kill him, this is really high value. So he actually avoids me. So I can dribble him a little bit. This is still safe, so I can lurk, right? Don't have to go forward, but don't have to go back. Ball just spills to me. That's extremely lucky, but we'll take it. Put myself in a good position, and it just came to me. I was flexible, could move right or left, depending on if it's a good outcome or bad. Literally just landed on my nose. Free kill. So that's a bad habit of mine. I always look for the kill on the kickoff, but should be looking for the ball here, I think. I gotta think about my kickoff logic a little better, or actually make a theory. So that might be a topic for a future video. That's really safe, right? We've talked about the ball going to the corner into a wide position, unscorable position. Immediately extend, look for a demo. I figure that's something you can do. Now, see how I'm not pinned here? So I'm able to look around. Pinning is threat on the net, right? There's no threat on the net, so if I get killed, that's only because I had poor awareness in that situation. So whenever someone chases me, I should never get killed. Should only be getting killed if I'm like mid-recovery, landing or something like that. They hit me, it's good timing from them, or I'm pinned and I'm forced to track the ball because of the threat on the net. Only two situations. Or I'm on offense and I'm forced to track the ball because I'm like looking to score. It's a desperate situation. I'm in the second man spot and they kill me. So those are the only situations I should ever be getting killed. I should be minimizing the demos taken by looking around. Okay. So that rotation across that, I think his name's Will, that he did, should be very easy to avoid. It's very visible. Something you have to be able to track if you want to get to the higher level. Changing my angle of press there so I can come from the side, get the kill. If you go right at the ball, they hide behind the ball and all you can do is 50, which is not always the best outcome. So you certainly won't get the kill and relieve pressure. Just taking this to the side, look for my opponent here. So I do want to mention that I've mastered, swivel camera, looking right, left, and looking down instantly. I put those on paddles, and I have a Sony paddle attachment that not a lot of people know about. So you can get it for $30. You put it on your DS4 controller, and it's an instant look right, look left. So very useful. Definitely recommend it if you want to speed up your vision. So that's going to end this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this reaches a lot of you older fans and kind of gets you wanting to pick up the controller again. And if you're new, welcome. We're going to have a lot of fun improving together. So, see you guys soon.